I now know what it feels like to be you throughout the season.
Declan Rice, that brother begging him to pass it forward, bruv. I swear down, it's almost like we got a pigeon.
Who do you want?
I'd say Angry Ginge. Who you laughing for?
The way they were singing that, they knew all the words, loud and proud.
Brother?
Bro, that's disgraceful, man. Hi, and welcome along to the Best of Enemies. We are back in the studio. Expressiano is here.
Well done.
Yeah, bro. You know, it's good
Why
to
the
see
intro
you.
change, blood?
Huh?
What, am I no longer with my guy expressions? What, is KG your new guy, blood? Is that what it is? Why is the intro change?
Listen, there's only one guy, it's you.
But I'm back, fam.
You're back in the place,
I'm
man.
back. Obviously, people were saying, X, how come you're no longer working on DR Sports? Have you fallen out with Robbie? And if I'm honest with you, obviously, he told me not to say this on camera, but I'm going to say it anyway because I'm shameless. You know what it was? DR hit the lotto, so I'm back, blood. You know what I mean? You man seen me, blood. Flying all over Germany in my RD Dars, blood. You know what I'm saying, fam? But obviously, get me, bruv. DR Sports, they won the lotto. They got me back here, fam. You know what I mean? I'm not here because I like this man. I don't like him, blood.
Actually, Germany was nice, man.
It was amazing.
It's actually nice to link up with you, link up with Specs.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
But I brought the stars out, fam.
We had a good time in that club, man.
Oh, my days, blood. I'm not even going to lie. I was at an Adidas event. Brother.
Yeah, that was a nice link up,
that
man.
Was wavy, I'm telling you, fam. More tables than the Dudley boys. Yo, we came outside, yeah, and it was, brother, it was light.
So we come out, it was daylight.
Brother, I thought I was in Vegas again. Do you know what I mean? Brother, we came out about 6 a.m., bruv.
Yeah, 6 a.m.
I couldn't believe it, bro. But yeah, it was lit,
bro. You know what made me laugh, right? So we was in a club, right? And there's the people serving in there and that.
Yeah.
And then one of the waitresses, she come up to me and she goes, your friend? No, sorry, it wasn't the waitress. It's like when we was coming in. Remember, he was on the door.
Yeah.
So we was waiting in the VIP.
With the gal that was waiting to let you in.
Yeah. So a couple of times you came.
Yeah,
out,
I kept coming up. Yeah.
So she goes, your friend? I said, yeah. She goes, is he always like that all night?
Oh, is it? Oh my
I said, yo, they'll go all night, all day. That's what he's like.
But the difference
she goes, I like his energy is just like through the roof.
Come on, that's what I'm saying, bro. But I'm a good friend. Like I made sure you lot got in. And you brought some extras as well, bro. You know what I mean? Mattis wasn't on the list. You brought some extras, bro. Some Alex Ferguson chewing gum, blood. Some extras. And I got him in the club as well, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right now, it was a good trip. And we were both at the final.
Yep.
And, bro.
What do you mean, bro, blood? This is your fault. You know
this
is your fault, brother. The moment, let me tell you like this. I'm sitting in my hotel room, yeah. I'm like, yes, it's coming home. I'm up for the game. I open Instagram, and the moment I see this, Manchester, Liverpool, Newcastle, Scunthorpe, blood. Brother, Vic Fury, fam. You did the speech again. You did it again. And now you're looking even more like Samuel L. Jackson, blood. Not even XL. You're looking like Samuel L. Jackson, bro. You did the full speech, bro. You know what I mean? Believe. When I saw that, I was like, it's over. It's over, blood. Anything else that I believed in went out the window, bruv. It was over.
You guys are a liar, right? Because I saw you on the day and you was there saying Southgate's the one.
That was before I saw your speech. It was, don't you remember? You know when you dropped
trying to get out of it.
And furthermore, listen, since you like to remember things, why don't you remember what I said, blood? I said England will stink their way through to the final.
I said that as well.
I said they will stink their way through to the final because of the games that they got to play, innit? And as soon as they face a decent team, they're going to get put in a full English breakfast, fam. And the Spanish added paella to that, bro. That's what they did. Brother, we went to the final and had 3 shots, mate. You know them way there. We went to the final and got embarrassed, bro. You know them way there, yeah?
I wouldn't say embarrassed,
brother. It was embarrassing. We could have been 3-0 down if it wasn't for Pickford making a couple of saves. Obviously, his wayward kicks, we can get into that. But, bro, you get me? If Pickford didn't make them saves, we could have been 3-0 down at a certain point, bruv. And as for Kyle Walker, blood. Brother, listen, we can't even call him Kyle Walker. You know what we're going to have to call him?
What?
Johnny Walker, blood. Because that man was drunk when he came out the second half. I promise you this.
Johnny Walker Black.
He was drunk. Bro, the only reason why, we didn't concede in the first half is because Saka, Walker, and Gay and Shaw were doubling up on Yamal and Nico Williams. Doubling up, fam. You get me? 2 man. As soon as they look up, 2 man next to them. Do you know what I'm saying? Second half, it's almost like we thought, oh, you know what, let's express ourselves. And we got expressed into a spliff, blood. That is pretty much
But
what happened.
when it went 1-1 though, did you not feel? Because I don't know about you, where we were, everybody's like, wow, man, you know what? Actually, we ain't be playing good, right? But we can actually win this. We can actually do something. And then we had a little spell and then we sat back again. And that's why for me, it's just, I've said this a few times since I've been back, right? My thing is I was looking at Spain and looking at England, looking at their players, looking at our players and saying, why don't we play like that? Why don't we play like that? And nobody can't tell me that we're not technical enough, like what they used to say back in the day, because Saka's technical, Foden's technical, Cole Palmer's technical, Harry Kane's technical. Yeah, but all these players, we see them doing it week in, week out, whether it be in the Premier League, whether it be Bellingham in La Liga. These are top players who play in technical teams. Why are we playing in the way we play?
Because...
Then I had to just say, it's our tactics for the manager. That can only get you so far. And that's what we've seen in the last few tournaments. It gets you so far, especially when you're on the easier type of the group. We were, and this is why I knew we'd get to the final, because I knew that we got players that can step up, because we nearly even did it in the final. Despite not playing very well, we still had the quality to Cole Palmer to pull off that goal.
I don't think we ever looked like winning though, that game.
No, we never looked like winning, but it was looking like, it's one of those, right, where I'm thinking to myself, we could just take it to penalties and win on penalties. Definitely. But they deserved to win. They were the best team in the tournament. They were the best team on the day. But I was so disappointed with our performance.
Brother, you're saying you're disappointed with our performance. Like, you're moving like you ain't been disappointed with our performances all the way through, blood.
Yeah, I have been.
Netherlands. Do you know them way there, bro?
Netherlands was better.
Because let's be honest, bro, you get me, fam. England's the only team that can be through on goal and still find a way to pass it back to Jordan Pickford, blood. Do you know what I mean? Brother, when I saw us have a corner and then Jordan Pickford ended up with the ball, I knew exactly what sort of ride I was in for, bro. Do you know them way there, yeah? And I'm telling you, fam, Phil Foden for England looking like Phil Jones, blood. You get me? When Pep's not there, he's looking like Phil Jones. Declan Rice, that brother begging him to pass it forward, bruv. I swear down, it's almost like we got a pigeon with his eyes on the side of his head, the way he keeps passing it to the side. He refuses to pass it forward. Harry Kane, my lord. My lord, fam. Man want to make excuses and say that he was carrying a back injury, Robbie, innit? Hear what? If he's got a back injury, he shouldn't be playing. We've got Watkins and we've got Tony. This ain't the time when we got man like the Rice Vassell on the bench, blood. What's man talking about? We have got some shooters on the bench, fam. We've got options on the bench. And the only time England looked decent is when Southgate brought on the players thinking we're going to lose and let them express themselves. When the Tonys, the Palmers, when he just threw everybody on, the Ezes. That's the only time that we actually look like a decent
you're
team.
right, you know, because on every game.
Yep, and the reason why we suck, I'll tell you why. Because we never had a manager at this Euros. We have a friend. He's their friend, mate. That's what it is. That's why Jude Bellingham can think that, I ain't coming off, blood. You see when his number went off that time and he thought it was him? He was like, are you mad? Are you Cabezo Loco, blood? He's like, I ain't coming off, bruv. Disrespect, bruv. That's why, Kane can tell Southgate when he's coming off. You know that time before the penalty when he went flying into the ad board? He's like, yo, take me off, blood. Southgate ain't a manager. He's their friend. That's why all of them are upset. You know what I mean? Because they know they can get away with it. Tell me this, why is it that players like Palmer can come on, do stuff, Watkins can come on and do stuff, Tony can come on and do stuff, and then the next game they're back on the bench, bro? Why is it, that he plays the exact same team, it doesn't work, he changes it, and we change it to win, but you go right back to the same team?
Why is it?
Tell me.
I'll give you a why it is as well. Why is it from the day one of the tournament, we're playing with nobody out on that left-hand side, right? Phil Foden, we saw it after the first. All right, you know what? I'll give him the first game because you're trying a thing, it don't work, right? I'll give him the second game. But after the second game, you see that we're playing, we got Saka on the right-hand side, he's hugging the touchline like what he does at Arsenal, getting a bit of joy, but there's nothing out on that left-hand side. So it's easy to defend against us. Why didn't he play Gordon? If he didn't trust Gordon, why didn't you bring Rashford or Grealish or somebody like that? Why did he waste that kid's time bringing him? The kid had been brilliant for Newcastle this season.
We bring Wharton for.
But the thing is, to me, the even more glaring one, as I said, is Gordon. You look at why was Spain so good right throughout the tournament is the two wide players that made them click, right? The same with Germany.
Yep.
The same with all those teams that look really good attacking wise. Why in the Premier League? What do Tottenham play with? What do Arsenal play with? What do Man United, City, Chelsea, Liverpool? What do they all do? They play with wide players.
Bro.
Why are we now deploying something completely against what all the top teams do and expecting that we're going to go all the way?
Man had nothing on the left. Gordon never got a sniff. You know, them we're there. Rashford and Grealish would have had so much joy against that Spain team, the amount of space we had. We had no pace in that team, bruv. Everything's just lopsided to the right, bruv. Like, leaning to the right like Sylvester Stallone's lip, blood. You know, them we're there. That's it. Just to the right, to the right. It's just ridiculous, bro.
And then
And the man, and the wickedest thing is, I told you, bruv, I told you we lost this competition before we even went. You get me? Because of the team that you selected, fam. I was like, come on, bro. You can say what you want about Maddison, Grealish, Rashford, even Sterling. You get me? About all these men, about
Sterling
the season,
would have done better than what
about
we've
the
seen
season
there.
that they had, yeah. But in an England shirt, bro, come on, let's just look at them in English. Look at the amount of times that Maguire's made it into the squad, bruv. Man brought a half-fit Luke Shaw, blood. You know them way there, fam. It's actually ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. When you look back on it, listen, we give him credit. It's another final. The guy, we never used to do nothing before he come. Let's be real, right? He came in, he brought through a lot of the young players that he had in the youth system when he was the under-21s manager. He changed England. He's done a lot of good things, right? 2 finals, multiple semi-finals, but now that he's gone and he did the right thing by resigning, I want to see us now get someone come in that's going to get these men playing football. Because I do feel that England are good enough to win some of these tournaments. When I look at all the other teams around the world, they're good enough. They've still got a young team. It's still all there. But we need a manager that's going to come in and get these men playing dynamic football. I don't want to see no more of this dead up team.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, obviously, all these men do are bringing faces. You get me? We don't need a face. We need a manager that can actually train these guys.
All right, who you want?
Me? Huh?
Who do you want?
I'll take Angry Ginge, blood. Who you laughing for, blood? The amount of swearing he does and that, blood. Brother, these men are kids, blood. We need them. You get me, fam? Get Ginger like a Roy Keane and that. Really scare these man into playing some football, blood.
I'm being serious now. Who do you want?
Cool. Now, honestly, I'll take like a Jurgen Klopp. I'd love that. Do you know them way there? I wouldn't even mind like a Thomas Tuchel.
I said to get Klopp, remember, after the second game.
I wouldn't even mind a Thomas Tuchel. But you know what it is? When I looked at the way Ralph Rangnick was balling out, was it Switzerland or Australia? Austria. With Austria, yeah?
It's true, you know.
And he's a good manager. Forget about the face or because if you want a face, yeah, you know what them man are going to choose. Like a Frank Lampard or something like that, bro. Do you know what I mean? Exactly, bro. Wayne Rooney and them man, blood.
Well, Eddie Howe's the favourite.
Brother, I'll take Eddie Howe. I'll take Eddie Howe, because brother, what it is...
Does it have to be... All right.
Hold on.
Does it have to be an Englishman?
Hold on. Wait, did you say Eddie Howe?
Eddie Howe, Newcastle.
So he's going to leave Newcastle for that?
I remember one time, they asked him you can't do both.
Yeah.
You can't do both, man. They asked him one time before, and he goes, if you get offered the job at England, man, that's hard to turn down. So I reckon he'd take it. I'd be surprised if he stayed at Newcastle.
I would take Jurgen Klopp as my first. Eddie Howe, I would probably take second, only because he's English. Not that he's a better manager than Tuchel, yeah, but only that he's English, because... I don't want Tuchel, man. Because if he wins, it'll mean a lot more, innit? You know, than we're there. I'd
have Klopp's my first choice. The FA should be going all out to get Klopp. Imagine Klopp, the passion,
the Liverpool fans
plus the weight.
They'll turn on him. Didn't you see Paddy the Baddy and that celebrating England's loss and that? Man was celebrating England's loss in a bar, yeah, and all the England fans were just sitting there like this because they knew that he's a UFC fighter and he can throw hands. I'm not even gonna lie. See you man that think that you can fight everyone, blood. When Paddy the Baddy was celebrating right in your face, where was that energy, blood? You man that go straight onto social media, you know what I mean, fam, and are ready to post them emojis. Where was that energy when Paddy the Baddy was celebrating in your face? Brother, have you seen the clip? Man was celebrating relentlessly, bro. And he was Paddy the Fatty as well, because you know he ain't fighting. So he's about 3 times the size he was. Like Ricky Fatton, blood, when he's not fighting. So, brother, I want to know, all you England fans, but I saw them, bro, they're like this. Just sipping their beer, looking at him like say, I wish. Do you know what I'm saying, fam?
But Eddie Howe, I think, I'll give you another shout for what about Gary O'Neill, Wolves? I like how he plays football, man. I don't know if he'd be able to handle the press conferences, though.
You know what it is?
The stress.
I just don't. As much as I want a guy that can play good football, I don't want these players. Look at the ego of like a Jude Bellingham, man. He's 20 years old, fam. Do you know what I mean? Look at the ego on that guy. Yeah?
That's why you need Klopp. Klopp, man. Klopp would shape up
them. That's what I'm saying. You need someone that can put them in their place and say, look what I've done. You get me? That's why I'd rather like a Klopp. You know what I mean? Someone that can show them exactly what time it is, innit, bro? Because there's a lot of egos in this camp, and there's a lot of players that think that they're better than they are, blood. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of players that think that they can't come off, bro.
Do you know what? Eddie Howe. Yeah, I'll take Eddie Howe. Because when I think about it, with Newcastle, he done all right. He get, you know what I mean? His style of football's decent. Even though sometimes I see him come to the Emirates be a bit too defensive as well. But you do need an element of that in international football.
Yeah, because but I just want to see what Ange does, blood. You know what I mean? Gung ho, blood. In international football.
Do you know what we did? We did a thing yesterday on playback with DR, right? And there was an Australian fan who came on, right? And he was saying, and he was an Arsenal fan, and he was saying England should try and get Big Ange.
Oh yeah.
And I was going, boy, with that high line that he's going, but actually, I wasn't even clocking what the guy was saying. He's going, actually, he was manager at Australia and he did well.
Oh yeah.
He won them Asian Cup and all that, and he goes, he never used to play in those super high line when he's playing that. He's more conservative, so.
Oh, really? Well, I'm gonna look at the highlights of that game because, brother, I ain't never seen no Rishi Sunak conservative ball from Ange, bro. I'm telling you that right now, bro. It's gung ho, blood. That's what it is, fam.
But I think we're both, so Jurgen Klopp first choice.
Definitely, blood.
Eddie Howe second choice.
Yeah, but who else is available, blood? You know them way there, blood. Who else is available?
So like you said, Tuchel.
Because
Tuchel's out there. Lee Carsley, who's like the manager of the under-21s, you could do something like that. That's what Spain did.
Nah.
That's what Spain did. That De La Fuente, he was the managing the under-21s. He stepped up.
Whether they hired Gerard De La Foe or whoever you just said, blood, that's absolutely fine by me. But brother, now Southgate's out, bro. I'm gassed for the World Cup, innit? So I need someone in charge. Who. Brother, I need someone in charge that can shape these man up. I need someone in charge that will drop a Kyle Walker. You know what I mean? I'm not saying retire, but you know them with like the Muller minutes. You get me? I need someone that can say, you know what, Harry Kane, nah, it ain't working, mate. Do you know what I mean? We need an Ollie Watkins that can get him behind, or an Ivan Toney.
You think he's finished? Do you think he's finished?
Let me tell you. You know what it is.
Is Harry Kane finished?
Wait. Let me tell you what it is with Harry Kane. Yeah. So I could talk to you about the competition, but what I'm gonna do is talk to you about the final, and then we can go back to the competition. Yeah. So the final, nothing, no joy. But bro, hear what? When he brought on Ollie Watkins, we didn't see him. Let me land. We brought on Ollie Watkins, didn't see him, did nothing in it. So you can say there's an element of the tact. Wait, go on. What did he do?
So I'll tell you straight away, Ollie Watkins, yeah?
In that game, just that game.
Just some things, and you would have seen this being at the game.
Go on.
Straight away, the pressing was different. So for instance, he's pressing the goalkeeper. That goalkeeper made about 3 errors where he kicked the ball, gave it, right, because he's rushed now to kick it. When Harry Kane was on, he had all the time in the world to find whoever.
Okay, I
Watkins
hear that,
came on with the press, boom, like.
How many times did Ollie Watkins touch the ball when he came on, Robbie?
But he looked more threatening. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. There was even a time when the ball was.
I hear what you're saying.
Remember that time it was passing to him in the box and he controlled it. He nearly turned and
there you go.
Right?
He had one little chance, didn't he?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, hear what?
He didn't get no time, did he?
That's why you're not letting me finish. So let me finish, innit? So Harry Kane came off, Ollie Watkins, what man expected from him really didn't see. I'm putting that down to the tactics. But the difference is, Harry Kane's eating up the majority of these flipping minutes throughout all of these games, and you're not giving these man enough time to come on and do anything. So as much as the tactics are negative, brother, Ivan Toney plays for a team, Brentford, that are used to being on the back foot, used to getting peppered, bruv. And they're one of the highest pressing teams in the Premier League because of that, innit? He would have loved this game against Spain. So if we're going to play like that, Ivan Toney will be getting stuck in, coming back, getting the ball, progressing it forward. I see it from Ivan Toney all the time, innit? So, bro, what I'm saying is, Harry Kane, like the tactics, they're negative, innit? But Harry Kane's eating up all of these minutes and doing nothing. Yeah, he may be one of the highest scorers in the competition, but that's in poor form. Brother, own goals top that, you get me? He scored a header, a penalty, and what, blood?
Two penalties and a header.
And a header. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Brother, less of that, because to be honest,
is he done?
Any of our strikers,
is he done? When you watched him in this tournament, and remember, he's getting older now,
100%.
right? And we're talking about the World Cup 2026, yeah? That's 2 years away.
And he's already 31?
And he's 31. And the way I see that guy moving, if he's not a back injury, if it's not a back injury or some sort of injury.
He looked like he was running in sand, bro. I'm telling you.
If it's not any sort of injury that he was carrying throughout that tournament, he's done.
If I'm honest,
Sorry, it's one penalty, a tap in and a header, yeah.
Okay, so there's a difference, yeah? There's a difference between, like, should he retire? Like, there's Deontay Wilder done, you know, them way there. And
not done at club level.
No, club level, he's sure as hell done. Look what he done for Bayern Munich, bro.
But at international level.
International level, with the options that we've got, bro, I want to see them give someone else a chance.
He can't start.
No, I want to see them give someone else a chance.
If you're going to change the style of how England play, how I see Harry Kane playing, even when he played for Bayern against Arsenal, how I see him playing that game, he can't start in that system because the guy is too deep. He drops deep. It's like, we want a striker that's dynamic, in the box, attacking.
I want options. I want someone that can go get him. Like, brother, Ivan Toney can go in, can go between the lines. He can score headers. He can do, brother, Ivan Toney for me, like, I know Ollie Watkins scored the goal, but Ivan Toney for me deserves more of a chance out of all three of them, innit? Because Ivan Toney can give you a bit of Ollie Watkins.
Because he might be going to top.
No. Ivan Toney can give you a bit of Ollie Watkins and a bit of Harry Kane. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think
that
Ollie
guy
Watkins
was getting no minutes, brother.
I think Watkins should have been started. Watkins should have been started.
You know what
I mean? I know one thing, right, is that, you know, now that Southgate has gone, that gives a chance to bring Ben White back in. I think, like, with, you know, the combination and partnership that he's got with Saka at Arsenal, bringing him back in, I'm not saying this, you just drop out Walker, but I think he's got to come back into the fold now to offer competition. And then there's Reece James. I forgot about Reece James.
Bro, let me tell you, Trent, man, you forgetting about Trent as well, bro. Let me tell you this right now, yeah. Reece James, I don't know what, Ben White I rate as a player, but I don't know what his situation is, yeah. But starting Reece James and Trent need to be England's starting right backs while Ben White's out of the squad.
But Ben White, he fell out with Southgate.
I hear that, but what I'm saying is I'm dealing with the here and now, innit? You know, them way there, yeah.
Well, Southgate's gone, innit? So you can bring him back.
Yeah, but I'm dealing with the here and now. He might want to spend time on the tanning bed and all of that. I don't know what he's on.
Tanning bed.
He might already be up Love Island, you know what I mean?
Nah, he'll come back. Yeah. He'll come back now. Now that they're gone, he'll come back.
Well, even so, blood, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think...
Look at the players we've got, man. I want to see bring in a proper manager now, man.
I think it's time that this England squad start, like, reshaping, bro. You see when Germany do it, like Muller, them older players, yeah. Obviously, Kroos is different quality, innit? But them older players, when they just come on and make them substitute appearances, innit? Yeah. You can't keep playing these man by their name only, like, and I'm telling you, like, Jude Bellingham, if he's stinking the place out, he needs to come up. Brother, 007, you know that way there. 0 goals, 0 assists, 7 appearances or something.
Yeah, I saw that stat.
He did absolutely nothing, Phil Foden, bro.
Dreadful, man.
Do you know what I mean, yeah? And, bro, he's not... I'm telling you, bro, these City players need to pray that Pep stays, you know? Because what I saw from them, bro, brother, I'm telling you this right now, bro. Phil Foden looking like Phil flipping Jagielka, blood, or whatever his name is. Blood, I swear, he was looking at every other field than Foden. He was just Phil floating, blood. All he was doing is just floating on the pitch, bruv, doing nothing. And he was on the left, he was on the right, he was in the middle, he was everywhere. And it just wasn't working, blood. Man. It weren't working, so... Nah, man.
Who's your team? Sorry, who's your English? Yeah. We all know the player of the day. I think those were all right what they gave. Rodri, player of the tournament.
Nah, I'll give it to Danny Olmo, if I'm honest.
Danny Olmo was wicked. Nico Williams was wicked as well, but he's one of them.
I'll give it to Danny Olmo.
Young player was
Yamin Lamar. Yeah, Jamal Lamine. You know what I mean?
Shut up, man. Right? That went without question. Yeah. Who is your English player of the tournament?
Easy. Kobe Mainoo.
Nah.
No,
not for me.
He was let me land. And you're not for you. This isn't a right answer.
He was brilliant, by the way.
This isn't a right or wrong answer, by the way. The reason why I'm saying Kobe Mainoo, he got thrown out, he got hung out to dry. I'm not gonna lie, he's looking more like Robbie Mainoo in the final, blood. But he got hung out to dry. Obviously, Declan Rice, he had no support. I seen it. I saw it. Your guy hung him out to dry, Declan Rice. But the fact that he's a young player like that, you get me, man. We got called into the squad. People like, brother, we saw the midfield wasn't working, yeah? And the man came on and gave us exactly what we needed. Every time he expressed himself, he was opening up space, bro. You get me? And when we got all of these, what's the word? These machines, like Gallagher, all of these men just do the same thing. Rice, passing it to the thing. Kobe Mainoo was the only one that would pick up the ball, drive forward and express himself, bro. You know what I mean? He was looking like rice pudding in the English.
Right, let me give you my, first of all, just before I give you my player, right? Rice, by the way, and I admit he was poor in that final and didn't have as great. What we saw all season at Arsenal, I didn't see that, but I thought that was because of the balance. He was having to do too much.
So you're only saying it was a final? You're trying to say he had a great
No. He didn't have a great tournament, right? But I'm saying he wasn't the worst player. And he was having to do too much work because there was no balance in that midfield. To that system that England are playing, then you need 2 holding midfielders. And he's literally having to do everything. You know what I mean?
That's what Mainoo was
clean up here, clean up there.
Huh? That's what Mainoo was having to do.
I know, because that's what
he didn't know what to do.
That's what he was instructed to do by Southgate, because he's now thinking, oh my God, we're up against Spain, 2 holding midfielders. But as the system we play, that's what it is.
Oh, I know who your player is going to be.
Mark Gay.
No, it's going to be Kyle Walker, because he made the team of the season.
I don't know how he made that the season, you know. To me, Mark Gay,
100%.
brilliant. Thrown in.
He'd have been my second.
Everybody was sort of saying, boy, what's going to happen? And boy, you know what? Attack's good, midfield's good, but boy, what about the defence, man? No Maguire. This guy came in, was better than Maguire. Maguire's the next one. He don't get back in for me. Gay and Konza, right? Big up to Konza. I met his family after the game as well.
Maguire had played good for England, though.
Them two, Gay and Konza, brilliant. And I think Maguire's time is done.
I think
I don't think he's.
Trippier's time's done.
Yeah.
Them way there. I think Kane needs to be on the bench.
Because Walker's in his 32, 33 now.
Yep.
Right? Kane as a starter is done. Maguire, I'm not saying
he ain't
but
done,
as a starter
he's done. I agree.
And Trippier is done.
He's finished. I don't want to see him in the
And
squad.
he's in his 30s as well. And now look to the young players and players' dynamic style of football.
I'd rather see Mitchell at left back. You know the one that plays for, was it Palace or something like that?
Yeah. By the way,
see him.
I think we covered that enough now, but just wanted to, before we go,
Southgate's gone, blood. You know what I mean, fam? Yeah, blood.
Northgate, no more Northgate.
Nah, real talk, blood. I'm not going to lie. I drove past the job centre in Harlesden and I thought I saw him out there, you know. I swear down. I saw a man in a 2-piece suit chewing gum, blood. You know what I mean?
With a waistcoat.
Yeah, I saw it. I'm pretty sure it was
Now,
him,
but big him up, though. To be fair to him,
blood.
as I said, he did get us. He did turn things around. He did get us in finals and out. I give him that. Give him that, yeah?
You're celebrating that, innit?
No, I'm not celebrating that, but give him that.
You don't mind second.
Give him that, because remember, yeah?
Whoa.
Well, you lot. And you know what the other thing is, right? I now know. I said this to him out there. I now know what it feels like to be you throughout the season, following Tottenham. That's how I felt watching England. It's Tottenham, man.
The place out like that.
It's Tottenham, and the other thing.
No, we actually
get Kane. When I think about it, get Kane out completely. You guys cursed.
Brother, get Rice out, bruv. We need someone that can pass the ball forward. 100, brother, Van der Vaart said it right.
Van der Vaart, million,
and this guy can't pass the ball.
What did Van der Vaart ever do?
He's a pigeon, bro. He's got eyes on the side of his head. You know them way there.
Can you go ask Van der Vaart
what? Gildo from the Ginyu Force, blood.
Can you go ask Van der Vaart, what did he ever do? What did he ever do at international level? And also, how did the Netherlands get on Van der Vaart?
I'll ask him.
You're an idiot.
I'll ask him that, man.
Sit down, bro.
Can you answer me a question, yeah? Why could Declan Rice not pass the ball? Why?
He passes the ball forward at Arsenal.
Why does he always pass it to the side or pass it back to Pickford, bro?
He passes the ball
no, honestly,
because
Pickford
the system,
was like a keyboard, the amount of touches
Did you not see him for Arsenal? Did you not see?
I just want to know.
Did you not see the best holding midfielder?
Ed Matthews for England,
the best holding midfielder in the Premier League, right? Best English. Only Rodri was better than him. Only Rodri was better than him in the Premier League, right? He passed the ball forward every game, right? It's the system. Was Southgate put him in? Where he's having to do double up work. That's why Southgate said before the tournament, I wish I had Calvin Phillips there as well.
Yeah, the double up.
He wants that double pivot, double holding midfielder thing.
Saka and Walker, bruv, the way that, they doubled up on
Saka probably our most effective player in the forward player in the tournament. Even though he weren't at his best, because he double, treble, quadrupled up every game. Because you don't have to worry about the left-hand side because it's all coming down Saka's side, right? Enzo Fernandez.
Worry about was his social media at the end of the thingy.
Enzo Fernandez talked to me.
That was out of order, blood.
Talking about social media, Enzo Fernandez talked to me, right? About what, and you saw him and them Argentinian players singing that little racist song about the French players all coming from Angola and how they're not even French and things like that. I mean, you're right, since he's apologised, called out by his own teammate at Chelsea, Wesley Fofana.
Yeah, more than that. There was a few others.
Jules Koundé's called him out, they're like...
You got a man like Nicholas Jackson posting a picture of him playing with his kid, blood.
Bun that Nicholas Jackson, right? Bun that apology as well. That apology has been written by a PR thing, right? These... Argentina won the Copa America.
Other players were in there as well, because I was looking for my players, blood. Do you know
there's somebody in there shouting, cut the video, because they're realising that they shouldn't even be singing them songs. But the way they were singing that, they knew all the words, loud and proud. Bro, that's disgraceful, man.
Brother, it's disgusting.
There should be consequences.
Brother, what do you mean there should be? There has to be consequences. It's disgusting.
We know they won't.
What I'm going to do, and I'm not going to just talk about this and not talk about other things, yeah? I'm going to talk about the whole thing, innit? Because these South American players, yeah, sometimes I just don't know who you think you are, innit, blood? Because even the other day, Benton Cole made a joke about South Koreans all looking the same.
He said that about Son.
Let's not gloss over that.
And he had to apologise for that.
I'm not going to talk about Enzo and not talk on that. Let's talk about everything, innit, yeah? You get me, fam? We can even go back to Luis Suarez and all of that, fam. You know them way there, yeah? We know there's a difference between ignorance and blatant disrespect, blood. You get me? You can be ignorant with your people offline, yeah? You know them way, and I'm not saying this right, but you're always going to do that, blood. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell a country how to behave, innit, yeah? But you play, brother, your bread and butter, fam. Half the man in Chelsea are black, one, yeah? You know them way there. Two, yeah? How, as a man, as a role model, how do you even do that? You're on your live singing about all of that, fam. Like, them man are disgraceful, bro. I swear everyone in that video, blood, should be punished for that, bro.
Yeah, should be banned.
It's 2024, and this is the rubbish that man got to put up with, bro.
Exactly. And
I'm telling you, fam, it's disgraceful. It's
you make a good point, because when these things happen, it's like, oh, well, you know, in their culture, and I'm sorry, if you're going to be playing in the Premier League, or you're going to be playing in the Copa America, World Cup, where it's a diverse, and you got these are diverse teams. Don't bother come and tell me about, oh, maybe we didn't realise because in Argentina or in Uruguay. No, I'm sorry. You better learn them, because when you come over to, if you can't,
you wouldn't be earning the money you're on now
if you can't accept the diversity of these leagues, then don't come. Brother, don't come.
One thing about
England, simple as that.
One thing about England is it accepts cultures from all over the world. Like, you can come to England, and what you may do in your culture, we'll make not even allowances, but we allow it. Like, you know them way there. Like, we sort of like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like, England's one of them places where you can just bring what you want. You know, there's certain things you can't do in Jamaica, blood. You know them way there. We don't need to name it, but you know there's certain things that you'll never see in Jamaica. You'll never see. England are accommodating to to everyone. Do you know what I'm saying? You're playing here, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're doing that.
But even you're playing
doing that.
But you know what? Even if you're playing in the Copa America, that's a diverse tournament. If you're playing in the UEFA Euros, that's a diverse tournament. FIFA World Cup, diverse,
brother,
right?
He should be banned.
I am not going to hear these things no more from these players saying, oh, you know what? Where we lived, that was kind of accepted, so we didn't realise. I'm sorry, this is no longer excuse, because you know what? There's certain things, right? I'm going to be real with you right now, right? There's certain things, when me and you grew up, there's certain things, right, that were said, certain things that were done, that was a norm.
Yeah.
And now, as we've got older and we've like come out into a society where, you know what I mean, and we realise that, you know, we realise those things are wrong.
Yeah.
And we would not in a million years say them or do them. If you went and got, if that video was from, you know, 5, 6 years, when Enzo was something and he didn't realise. But I'm sorry, you've been playing at Chelsea, you played at the World Cup, you know that is wrong, and all those other players, you know it. If you've not had time to change and say, all right, you know, maybe back in Argentina we used to sing that, but you know what? I realise now it's wrong. If you haven't realize that, sorry, bro. All of those players in that need to get at least a 5-game ban.
100%.
For the next tournament or something. There needs to be consequences for what they said. It can't just come out and about your apology. And I read that apology. They ain't be written by him. That apology is a PR company's gotten hold of that,
bro.
And thing. You know what I mean? And well done to Wesley Fofana, his teammate, for calling that out, bro. That's what I liked about that, because it's like, I don't care that you play with me. That's out of order, and I'm calling that out.
And an unwell done to Nicholas Jackson, bruv, because we all know what you're like. He's like he's like Bradley from S Club 7, blood. You know what I mean?
You're wicked.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean, blood? That's what he is. He's like Bradley from S Club 7, bruv.
These things are wrong. End of, man. It shouldn't be like you said it. Superbly there. In 2024, this should not be things that we're even discussing.
It shouldn't, bro.
And we're still discussing it.
You're a footballer. You're live on your Instagram, bro. Can you believe that? You're live on your...
Imagine when they're not...
Brother,
imagine when they're not live. Imagine what they're saying then.
Bro,
that's what I look at.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. You can already imagine, bro.
Yeah.
You can already imagine what they're saying, even on the team bus and all of that, bro.
Yeah.
Fam, it's crazy, blood.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, man know... Like, there's ignorance in South America. We know that, innit? Yeah. But come on, a footballer, a world season traveled footballer, yeah, you're doing that. So what's gonna even make us think that we can even go Argentina on holiday, Robbie?
Exactly.
Because if a footballer, someone that should know better, is doing that, bro, brother, I'm gonna have to go there with a bulletproof vest, fam, and life insurance. You know what I mean? No, real talk. No, it's
sad.
serious.
It's sad, man. Well,
I wanted to go Argentina, bro.
Let's see what the consequences are. Let's see.
Brother, there needs to be
Let's see what Argentina do. Let's see what Chelsea do. Let's see what FIFA, UEFA, whoever do. Right? But let's see. Anyway, that's the end of the show today. Good to have you back, brother.
Come on, my G. You already know, fam. You already know, blood.
Back
when you going to America, blood?
Oh, yeah. Next week I'm away.
Next week, yeah?
Yeah.
Jeez, what cities you going to?
We're going LA.
Yeah.
We Arsenal, we got Bournemouth. And Man United.
Yeah.
And then we go to Philadelphia.
Oh, you got Man United,
Yeah, then Philadelphia, we got Liverpool.
Hey, that's going to be
some
wavy,
good games.
blood.
Where are Tottenham?
Brother, we're in Japan, South Korea, but I'm not going. I think I might be in America, though,
Oh,
still.
man, you should have went to Japan, man.
Japan,
I know you've been South Korea before.
I've been South Korea.
Japan, you should have went.
But we're only there for like 1 day, blood. Like, you get me, fam. So it's like, it's not no long thing. We've got one game there and then they're going to South Korea. But I do want to go to Japan. But yeah, I might be in America as well, blood. I'm booked, fam. You get me?
All right, let's link up, man.
You get me, blood. I'm telling
another
you,
epic nightclub team coming
again.
again.
That, blood, you know what I mean? I just getting booked in that still.
All right, we'll be back next week, right? So look out for the show.
Come on.